If God is what we live and move and have our being in, as the Apostle Paul asserts, then God is everywhere. And God can only be everywhere and what we are in if God's not a being separate from creation, but a being part and parcel of creation. And see, if all this reality we live and move and have our being in is God, then God is reality. Logically, that must mean that admitting reality exists admits God exists. And sure, people are free to choose to not call reality God, but to paraphrase Shakespeare, a rose by any other name is still a rose. And what Shakespeare actually has Juliet say is, what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. In other words, if God is everywhere, God is reality and experienced by the senses regardless of how one chooses to name it. And that truth shifts the debate about God to not be about God's existence, but about the qualities of reality. Professor Marcus Borg put it like this: the question is about the nature of reality, of what isness is, of isness. What is reality or isness is? Does anybody want to debate that? The question is not whether isness is, but what isness is. Science examines and explains the physical qualities of physical things, basically what's in this isness. Religion examines and explains the quality or state of having existence, what isness is, including how the isness interrelates and ideas on how it can best interrelate, and most importantly, how we relate to it, to reality, to God in all this isness, including one another and creation. We recognize in religion and honor that part of reality's nature draws us to betterness. Science might consider it under a Darwinian category relating to adapting to survive, but religion considers it a personal and spiritual part of reality. It leads us to supreme being in both the divine sense and in the existential sense. Religion dares to name what we experience in reality beyond material things and physicality. That sense of pull to betterment in reality is a part of relating with God. That sense of awe and wonder in reality is a part of relating with God. That sense that we matter and that everyone in reality should matter is a part of relating with God. And this is summed up in the Genesis creation stories as God the Creator relating with creation, so much so the Creator's image and breath are infused into us.